Bama Hiker here. I should say good morning, or I should say good evening. I'm not sure which is the right one, but it's 2 minutes to midnight and I'm about ready to start my Mount Whitney adventure. I just weighed my pack right here on the scale. It weighs in at 20 pounds. It is cold out here. It's currently 45 degrees and I have a permit that lets me begin at midnight. It's midnight. I just started my app. Let's go. That's right, that's the before morning nautical twilight out there on the horizon. It's 6:40 in the morning. I am crossing Death Valley. I left Pomfret at 5 o'clock this morning after getting up at 4:15. I'm trying to get my body clock used to going to bed earlier and earlier in the afternoon so that when it's time to make the climb, I'm ready. I can get some rest in Lone Pine. Originally there were supposed to be 4 of us on the climbing trip, which included Capital Hiker, his brother the poet, and Spike Hiker. But, you know, things happen in life. First to drop was the poet for job-related commitments, then Spike Hiker dropped out with a medical injury, and then finally Capital Hiker succumbed to a job-related event. So it left only one left. There you go, it's me, so I'm on my way. There it is, Mount Whitney out in the distance. I'm just outside of Lone Pine, getting ready to pick up my permit. I'm picking up my permit and I'm here with Juanita. She's going to talk to us about bears.
Okay, so it's really important that you not leave anything in your car. Any scented items, including toothpaste, deodorant, any car fresheners. The bears are going to look in the car and see if they see anything, so even bottles of water could trigger them because they know that water could be associated with food. We have had in the past where a person opened the trunk of their car, left it open, went around to the front, and the bear stole the backpack right out of the trunk.
Bears,
so they are
backpacks.
They're waiting in the bushes, they're waiting for people who are not paying attention.
And what about tearing up rental cars to get into them?
So if there are things in the car, they will not hesitate to break windows, rip open trunks, break into the car. And we even have some photographs of bears sitting in a car that they've broken into, and that was probably a candy wrapper or something they broke in for.
Yeah. Well, there you go. Thank you very much.
Have you guys done this before? No.
Score! I got my overnight permit, so I'm ready to climb. And we have a coyote just outside, running around, looking for prey. Now that I got my permit, I'm going to be heading up towards Horseshoe Camp, and there's the meadow up there. This is the series of switchbacks for the cars take to drive up to the trailhead at about 9,000 feet. I drove up to Horseshoe Meadows to do an acclimation hike out to the Pacific Crest Trail. It's about a 2-mile hike out, and it basically crests up here, and I'll show you in a second where we're headed, but it crests out at about 10,000, about 500 feet. So it's going to take probably, it's a 2-mile hike, so it's probably going to take me about, and I'm going to extend it, so I'm probably going to spend about 2.5 hours out here hiking at altitude just to get ready. But right here is the parking lot. They've got some nice facilities. Back over here they have a restroom that you can hit at the trailhead, and all sorts of information for you. So let's go. Back in 2016 I did Mount Whitney, and I have the video posted. There's 3 parts posted further back. You can find a playlist for it. But I came up here to do an acclimation hike, and I thought it'd help pay dividends. I've been training with what's called a altitude training system for most of my higher altitude hikes now. The system allows me to gradually increase the altitude, and I use either a stationary bicycle or my treadmill, where I just sit for periods of time while I'm watching television, breathing altitude and creeping up over a several weeks period. I found in the past it's helped me to acclimate to altitude before I get there, which pays a lot of dividends. The altitude training system is what I use to help me get ready for the great east of the Rockies High Point Challenge. I thought I did really well when I was up there on Wheeler Peak and then went over to Mount Albert. Wheeler Peak, of course, is over 13,000 and Mount Albert is up there at 14,400. So that really helped me to get ready for those climbs. I'm going to be climbing Mount Whitney in below freezing conditions. And here's my first signs of ice where a creek has started to freeze at night, or signs of freezing. You can see all the extra ice up through here. I've also encountered where the ponds are actually freezing over. This is solid ice up through here on the top. It's 11:45 and I just got an update that I'm now 2 miles in on my acclimation hike. Up ahead, you can see up here in the distance, there is a pass, and that's where I'm headed. Headed up there. That's about 10,005. I've done the 2 miles basically 47 minutes since I left at 11 o'clock. So I feel pretty good. A little winded, but not fatigue type of winding. Just that I can feel the altitude a little bit, but no other issues other than that. And I'm still able to hold a conversation with you as I walk along. So that's pretty darn good. I've been running into a fair number of striped ground squirrels, keeping me company up here as I make my training hike. Hey there, little buddy. What's up? Here's a view of Horseshoe Meadow from whence I came, and I've come up into the hills. It's 12:30. I've gone ahead and stopped my hike. I gave myself basically a 2-hour window today, and I've already hiked for an hour and a half, so it's 12:30. I started at 11. I've come 3.3 miles, and so I thought I'm not going to make the pass for a while. This is still going on and on and on up here, and I do have business to do back in Lone Pine. I got to get my gear ready, and I got to get to bed early tonight to get prepped, so that way when I get up at 11, I'm ready to head immediately to the portal, start at 12. And I'm going to chug some water, then I'm going to head back down. Back that way is Horseshoe Meadow. Head back to the car and head back into Lone Pine.
Okay.
So I'm coming down the trail and running into two guys on their way up. Of course, trail courtesy is as I stand off the side, let them pass. But we got Alex and Ish here, and they're up from the Bay Area doing an overnight camping trip. What's up, guys?
Hey, how's it going?
Yeah, what do you think of the temperature and the weather?
It's cold.
Yeah, real cold.
It's dropping pretty cold,
So,
yeah. Everything's freezing up.
You guys are out here for how long?
Couple nights.
Joe, a couple nights, so that's great. All right, you guys be safe. I haven't seen any bears. And sleep with your bear canister outside of the tent.
All right. Sounds good.
All right, sounds good. We'll see you later. Bye.
Thanks.
Well, I'm back to the trailhead. It's 1:55. So basically I went out for just shy of a 3-hour hike. Gonna finish up, go ahead and log this one with my Map My Run Hike app. 3.3 miles back. Okay, Lone Pine, get ready to go to bed.